Hey, Dr. Walsh here. I just wanted to go over a few things. We talk a lot about autoimmune diseases, and I did a talk today on it. And I just wanted to share this with everybody so they kind of have an idea. So, those of you who may have an autoimmune disease, hopefully this will make some sense. So, first of all, let's get educated on what autoimmune diseases are, and then how many of them are out there. They're saying that there's over 80 autoimmune diseases. Some places say over 100. And so, what is an autoimmune disease? An autoimmune disease is where your body starts attacking itself, okay? Um, and here's some of the most common causes, or some of the most common autoimmune disease. Type 1 diabetes is the first one, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, multiple sclerosis, lupus, inflammatory bowel disease, IBS, and IBD, Addison's, Graves, and Hashimoto's. And I had Hashimoto's, so that's what got me into all this. But anyway, those are just some of them, so you have a pretty good idea what they are. And then this was from Cleveland Clinic. I thought this was interesting. It talks about what are autoimmune diseases, and then it goes through and lists, some of them, like of the joints and the muscles. That is psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, Sjögren's, lupus, and then we go to the digestive tract, and then we're looking at Crohn's, celiac, ulcerative colitis. I see a lot of people with those. And then we go to the endocrine system. That was me. I had Hashimoto's. I know people with Graves. And then we look at skin, which is, psoriasis is most common. So these are just some of the most common ones. And one of the things I want to talk about, is it genetic? Are autoimmune diseases genetic? And they say yes. Okay. Well, but are they contagious? Well, no, they're not contagious. But anyway, we just want to go over a few things. And what are some of the causes? So this was interesting when I saw this on some of the causes. When you look at some of the causes, this is what are some of the causes. Medications, right off the top. That's one of the top causes. And I tend to think that's what got me my first autoimmune disease was medications. Another one was, just they run in families. They're genetic. Smoking, you know, people just they're at higher risk to develop those autoimmune diseases. And here's another one. Females are 70% of the people who have autoimmune disease are females. And I would say that's really true because I see a ton of women. So I would say, the 80-90% of the people I see, or the patients I see, are women, and they have autoimmune diseases. So just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. And then again, where does it strike? I mean, what are some of the common symptoms? Muscle aches and pains, joint stiffness and swelling, muscle weakness, inflammation. In the digestive tract, I treat a lot of people with digestive issues. And so they come in with bloating, constipation, acid reflux, food sensitivities. We see that. So I just wanted to kind of let people know that. And then one of the things I look at in genetics is I'm just picking something that's simple here, but this is for gluten. This gene here is for gluten. There's two genes I check for gluten, and what it is if they're positive, so this one here is positive, then what we're going to say is this person is going to be prone towards celiac, and they're going to have GI problems, okay? Now, these other two, these are called HLA genes. These are the ones that are you're going to be prone to autoimmune diseases. So there's two more we check here, and these are for mold and fungus. So these are the people who are going to be highly sensitive to mold and fungus and yeast, basically. And they're going to come down with candida, or they're just going to have issues all the time. But we check these genes. Now, if it's yellow or it's red, that means that you're positive for that. Red means you're homozygous. That means you got the gene from mom and dad. Yellow means you're heterozygous. You got one from mom and you didn't get the other from dad, or vice versa, or whatever. But this is what we look at. And I'm not going into great detail, but if this is positive, then I can without a doubt tell someone, hey, you need to get off gluten, or you could possibly come down with celiac disease. Okay. And then we can just test for gluten as well. And that's a whole other issue. We test for food sensitivities. So what are some of the best supplements for autoimmune disease? If I had to just go off the top of my head, some of the best supplements for that would be vitamin D. Obviously, that's good for your immune system. Omega-3 fatty acids are really good. And glutathione is really good. And a lot of people don't know about glutathione, but glutathione is really good for inflammation and free radicals. And as we age, we lose the ability to make glutathione. Another one that's good, and you've probably heard of this one, resveratrol, and then curcumin. So I would say, those are really good starters. So if you're going to supplement, those would be really good to start with. And we do have products with that in them. So, but what I do is I offer health assessments to people. Come in, we talk about their autoimmune disease because usually a lot of the times they don't even know they have an autoimmune disease. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But at the end of the day, the key is not only recognize it, let's find out what you have, and then let's look at what's going to help you. And it's going to be lifestyle changes, supplementation, and diet. Those are going to be the things that we can naturally do to help you with your autoimmune disease, depending upon which one you have. Okay. So once you know that, you just basically you take out the bad things that are causing the inflammation and you put in the good things that help with inflammation. As you do that, those people get better. I overcame my Hashimoto's by doing that. And I help a lot of people with autoimmune diseases. So if this is something you're interested in, just reach out to us. We offer free health assessments, and I'd be more than happy to work with you. On the other hand, I hope this was important or informational for you, and you got some knowledge. So anyway, now you know more about the autoimmune diseases than you did before you watched this. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and if you're interested, just reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to do a health assessment with you. Okay, thank you. Bye.